your boy Ancient Albatross here again with the Cypher Unlimited crew. We have our usual suspects of AD or Alpha Dean. We have Spigs18 or Anthony. And just as a quick reminder, if you haven't already, be sure to follow us here on Twitch and subscribe to us over on YouTube. We're just about 40 away from 1,000 subs over there, so every sub helps and we really appreciate it. But Dean, what are we doing here tonight?
Oh man, tonight we have Karee here from Critical Hit Cookies. It's a company that delivers all homemade and baked goods to your door. Karee, the owner, the company founder, she found a way to combine her two favorite passions, baking delicious cookies and tabletop gaming. So we're gonna give a big, huge CU welcome to you, but I have to tell everybody, I actually had the pleasure of eating these cookies at Gen Con, and they were a much needed, nice, sweet treat at the table. So for everybody out there, you know, take a look at her site and definitely everybody give her a great CU welcome. Welcome, Karee.
Hi, it's great to be here.
Nice to have you.
Also, Karee, welcome to the CU. I'm really excited for this. This is a first for us. We've done a lot of in-depth gaming, but I have two passions that everyone knows. I have a really bad sweet tooth, and I love tabletop gaming, and you managed to fuse the two together. So this is like totally awesome. So I'm geeking out. But could you tell me a little bit about yourself maybe and your experience in tabletop RPGs?
I've been gaming for maybe about 7 years now. But once I started, I got really into it. And so it just kind of took over my life. I've been a baker my entire life, and it just kind of seemed like something that I could merge. I have friends who do gaming marathons. And so I was sending them like these big boxes of cookies for them to eat during their marathons. They like game for, 3 or 4 days straight. And so that's what got me shipping out cookies. And once I started shipping out cookies and they're like, you should totally open a company. And I'm like, I think I'm gonna. So and then that was because I had been sending it to them. I was focused on, okay, gaming and cookies, they go together. Everyone wants to have something to eat at the gaming table. So it's perfect.
Yeah, when I heard gaming 4 days straight, it made me think of a different kind of cookie.
Oh man, but yeah, that is super awesome. But you kind of answered this next question a little bit with your previous answer, but I'm gonna mix it up a little bit here. So you said you started with giving to friends, right? That was the what was another factor in getting the actual business side started? And was it always going to be catered towards the tabletop community, or did you think about just a general baked goods idea first?
It actually was always going to be catered to the tabletop community. It had been something that, as I said, I started, and it was always going to be mail order. I didn't want to have to worry about getting a storefront or whatever. I work out of my home, and it's all mail order. So I just, have the website that people order, and then I ship everything out. And it's actually worked really well. We're going on, it'll be 3 years in December.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Where are you based at?
Pennsylvania, just outside of Pittsburgh.
Oh, you're not far from me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in Buffalo, New York.
Yeah.
So that being said, your website has a vast selection of items, over 50 baked goods to choose from. Normally, about how long is the shipping process, after a purchase?
I can normally get orders out within 2 days, and then depending on how far away you live from me, it's 2 or 3 days shipping time.
Have you ever had I'm just wondering, but have you ever had to ship overseas?
I ship to Canada, but that's the only overseas country because customs gets really problematic about shipping food. So I've had inquiries about it, but I've never been able to do anything beyond Canada.
Oh, that's
so speaking of that, and I was looking at all the varieties of cookies. Do you take suggestions on flavors at all?
I do, because I'm always looking for new things to try and new experimentation. So because I'm constantly coming up, and I'll refresh the website every so often, take off some, put on new ones. That's why there's so many, because I constantly create new cookies. So yeah, I'm always looking for ideas.
Pecan peanut butter chocolate chip. Just putting it out there.
Peanut butter chocolate chip. All right.
Yeah, the peanut butter cookie with pecans and chocolate chips in it.
That's first of all, that sounds delicious, but it sounds delicious because that sounds like my daughter would say, that's such a 50-year-old man cookie.
Hey, I wear my 50-year-old badge proudly.
I'm getting close to it too, but I'm just telling you, if I was to suggest that to my daughter, she'd be like, it's such an old man cookie.
Hey, you know I'm the old man of the group, so I wear my badge proudly.
I just said it sounds delicious to me. I'm
just telling you, that's what I want.
But speaking of like favorite items, do you have a personal favorite item on your menu? And what is your most popular item on your menu?
The most popular is probably the salted caramel chocolate chip pretzel blondie.
Wow, that's a mouthful.
Yeah, it is a mouthful.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
So that's probably our most popular, though it goes in phases as to, what people tend to order or not. The other thing that we have is, I don't have a personal favorite because it's always, it's changing. So it changes all the time. I like our triple chocolate blondies. We have a Horizon Hero cookie, which is a chocolate peanut butter Butterfinger cookie.
That was good.
Yeah, I was going to say that might appeal to all the peanut butter lovers in the crowd.
I'm not gonna lie. I promised my daughter right after this we were gonna order the cookies from your site. So.
Well, I'm gonna order some too, because that chocolate strawberry, my wife will love that.
Yeah, I definitely got it. Oh, so go ahead. You can.
That was our cookie of the month this month. And it was going gangbusters. People really like that one. It's very fudgy and strawberry.
Cookie of the month. I love the concept. That's just awesome. But I have to stay away from your site.
As a I guess a follow-up to that, do you have is there a way you choose the cookie of the month, or is it just random? Or
sometimes there's suggestions from people that are subscribers that they want to try next. Other times it's just random. Frequently it's the new ones, so they get to try what's new and popular. And sometimes it's, depending on the time of year and whatever, I try to make it somewhat appropriate for the time of year. Sometimes keep it different every month. So, a lot of factors going into it.
Nice.
In chat, there's a lot of people in chat requesting oatmeal raisin or oatmeal something, anything with oatmeal.
Oh no, the oatmeal ones, I saw her oatmeal list. Those look impressive too.
And Jason in the chat said he ordered some for his daughter in California, but don't tell her. It's a surprise.
They went out awesome. Today.
I love to see it. But yeah, moving along here a little bit. This is a pretty interesting question. Do you think some cookies or brownies or whatever have you lend better to specific games or genres of stories if someone were to try to pair a theme with their game or a cookie with their game? Yeah,
because I actually do try to do some of that. And I play a lot of Pathfinder and Starfinder. I know that's not your thing. But that's
play everything.
It's good stuff. It's still good stuff.
And so I've been working on some of their adventure paths and trying to create cookies for their individual adventure paths. And so the Horizon Heroes is actually for the Horizons of the Vast. And that was why it was the chocolate is, you're in the dirt and the mud because it's like a vast sandbox on a new planet. So you're just exploring a lot.
Nice.
And so it was just kind of little things like that. And they make sense to me, at least. I don't know if everyone always sees my connections, but.
We got to get you a Paizo sponsorship. So it's like wine, like wine pairing. Like, hey, take this adventure path with this cookie set.
Exactly.
That would be awesome. We got to make that happen.
But I'm looking to.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm looking to branch out in my gaming too, though. So I'm open to any ideas.
Oh, well,
Oh,
we can definitely suggest the CU line. You know.
I kind of figured.
Definitely got to. Oh, God.
definitely the Monica Games line. We'll get you in a game of Numenera, and you can come up with some futuristic cookie for that setting.
It always looks like a really cool setting. I've seen a lot of the artwork for that, and it's gorgeous.
And when you were talking about it being a sandbox, Numenera is like the ultimate sandbox. It's all about discovery, you know, especially
wow.
initially starting out. So
Very cool.
yeah, that could be quite interesting. So do you bake cookies for your home group as well as, you know, doing this as a business?
Yes, because basically, if I game in person with you, then there's likely to be cookies.
Hmm.
So it's not always, you know, my online games, I do a couple of those. So they don't, you know, I've occasionally sent out cookies to people, but they don't get like the, you know, weekly game. Or I actually ended up joining the marathon group. So I just came back from that. And they got a big, you know, a couple of boxes of cookies to have during.
Guys, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. I got to go close this window. It just started raining like crazy here.
All right.
But that definitely sounds awesome. Like it sounds like having someone like you in your gaming group is definitely a nice thing.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. You sometimes get the experimentations where I'm like, this is my new cookie, try it. But normally it doesn't get like to the gaming level without actually passing the taste test first. So they don't get like any kind of
What was the name of that group you said you joined? I didn't fully hear it because Dean cut you off.
It's Order of the Amber Die. It's a marathon gaming group.
Oh, that's awesome. So you guys play like how long are the sessions?
The marathon I just came back from was 3 days. It was 14-hour days each.
Oh my God. So this is a dumb question because it's fascinating me, but so is it the same GM for all 14 hours or
Yeah.
does the GM? Oh man,
There's just one GM.
that's a ton of cookies and Red Bull.
Yeah, it is.
That blows my mind because I have about enough energy for 14 hours of gaming a year. So like, then that's spread across the whole year.
We do that here. There's a regular fundraiser that they do, you know, and it's marathon gaming, you know, and you run for 24. They try to do 24 hours. You know, people fall out after, you know, 6 or 8 though.
Apparently they used to try to go without sleep, and then they frequently had TPKs because like at the end of, you know, at a certain point in the day, everybody just turns stupid because they're so tired, and then the party TPKs.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm curious to see that. Do you level up during the course of a 14-hour session or?
Over the course of the weekend, we went from first and we ended at third.
Oh, that's actually pretty reasonable. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool. Oh, we gotta arrange something like that. Maybe we'll post something like that. I mean, we might have to rotate because we're a bunch of old grognards. We might have to rotate the GM maybe, but we could probably do something like that.
I mean, that'll work out good. We'll do we could do a variation on the GM roulette. We'll start it out with Al at one play, and then Anthony, then me, you know, just running somebody in a crazy adventure.
I mean, I used to do stuff in high school. We used to go camping in GM and role play for the entire weekend back in the
Like I said, I mean, back in the day, I mean, now I know, you know, I like 4-hour sessions, but back in the good old days, man, I'd go out to my buddy's house at noon and didn't leave his house until 1 o'clock in the morning. You know,
Right.
We'd game all day.
Mhm. So, you like you said earlier, your business has been going on for 3 years now, which is amazing. I love the fact that you cater to us gamers, and you know, I wish more people would start businesses directly, you know, tied to us, not only for cookies. But do you have any advice for maybe of our listeners that want to start an online business? And is there anything you would do differently now that you have 3 years experience in this business?
I think you can combine your passion for pretty much anything. And so, if you have a hobby and you do want to monetize it kind of thing, I think it is possible for you to make the connections and other people will come to see your vision. Because people were like, initially were just kind of like, what? And it's now gotten to the point where there's name recognition and people are just kind of like, they thought it was a cool idea, but it was different. And so it was just, but I wasn't sure if it would be a success or not. I went into it knowing that, this could be an abject failure because I didn't know if, how it would go, but I figured it was worth a shot trying. So I'm glad I did.
That's how I found you on, I saw your ads on Twitter and stuff, and I thought this is such a awesome idea. And besides, your logo is hella cool too. Who did your logo?
It was actually a local artist. Amazingly enough, she was a girl that I went to yoga with.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just funny that he brought it up too, because it was just crazy. I had just had your cookies, and he's like, "Hey, I saw Critical Hit cookies online," and I'm like, "I just ate those."
That's literally how it went. That's all I have in real time.
Because as a matter of fact, I have to be honest, it was Jason C. who gave me the cookie because he was at the convention too. So Jason, it was the guy who brought the cookies over to me. He brought me a couple of them, which was awesome.
That was who I was guessing because I delivered them because I was hand delivering the cookies for Gen Con. So I delivered him his cookies to the MCG room.
Nice.
So you must have been running around Gen Con just delivering cookies for half the time, right?
Yeah, I went to individual rooms. I found individual vendors. Oh yeah.
That's awesome. That's pretty
This is
cool.
a part of our questioning, but I just want to throw these in there because I think this is important. So you have cookies and brownies, right? Are the two majority.
Yeah.
Can you mix match cookies or mix match brownies, or do you have to get a dozen of?
All of the cookies are available by the half dozen. And the blondies and brownies are only available by the dozen just because I have to make like a pan of those. So it's harder to make smaller amounts. And then like seasonally we'll have assortments available, which will be like 3 or 4 different kinds of cookies.
Oh, that's all.
And so it'll be a mixed dozen.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's awesome.
I definitely gotta get some. Like after here, like I said it in the chat before we like started talking, but I know after this I'm gonna be dying for like a cookie or something, like something. I'm gonna go rummage through my pantry and just be disappointed because I don't have peanut butter cookies.
And that's literally where I'm at with this. I'm literally going to probably be making an order as soon as we get off. I mean. If we can get those peanut butter pecan chocolate chip cookies made.
I hear ya.
At any rate, last question before we,
No, I got one more, buddy.
Oh,
I'm jumping ahead.
You got cookies on your way.
I got cookies. Everyone's trying to get you the cookies.
Yeah, but moving along here. Sorry, I'm laughing now. If you could bake for anyone in the gaming industry, who would that be?
Ooh, that's a hard question. Maybe Shauna Germain.
Nice.
I'm
you
a
heard
big
it
fan
here.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm a big fan of hers.
We can make that happen. That's literally something we can make happen.
We can literally make that happen.
We'll talk after the stream and we'll hook it up. I don't know. We'll figure out what kind of stuff she likes.
Eric Mona, but you might have made cookies for Eric Mona already, right?
I don't know if actually he has. I know for a fact he has had my cookies before. Because Jason Bullman ordered them and he gave them to Eric Mona. He mentioned that.
Nice.
Because that's just it. A lot of the Paizo people have actually tried them.
Well, yeah, makes sense.
So, now I'm spreading out into other companies.
And we know for a fact that Shauna likes sweet snacks because she's told us that before in our interview. So we'll order a half dozen cookies or a dozen cookies and send them to Shauna for you. We'll definitely do that. I promise
Sounds awesome.
that.
For
Better
sure.
yet, Anthony, better yet, we're gonna order the cookies and then we'll order some and a brownie pack. All right. So with that being said, I got excited because we wanted to get into the cookie conversation. But what can we look forward to from Karee and Critical Hit Cookies in the future?
I'm hoping just more of the same. As I said, I'm interested in spreading out to different gaming companies and, doing stuff, making cookies for their products. I have worked with Cobalt Press, has cookies sent to them before a lot of the conventions. Their chief operating officer orders cookies for the crew setting up for the conventions, and they have like cookie break as they're setting up their booths.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I'm interested in doing stuff with their their products. I'm interested in doing stuff with the Monty Cook game products. I'd like to spread it around. I know a couple of people at WotC that have tried my cookies. So
Nice.
I mean, everyone that I know that's tried your cookies have told me they're absolutely delicious. Because before I contacted you, I was asking around, like, hey, everybody heard of Critical? And my response was always, oh, I had them at Gen Con. The things are delicious. They're awesome. So, and these are people that, us gamers, we like to eat. So if something isn't delicious, they would definitely let me know. And they all told me those cookies was, they were the bomb. I loved them. So
I'll tell you, the only gripe I had with those cookies was that I could not find ice cold skim milk. That's my go, or a nice vanilla milkshake. So I'm definitely gonna order a dozen and get the blender out and
do it upright.
stoke my diabetic fever.
Nina's getting older by the second. He's like, I want peanut butter cookies and skim milk.
You're right. Listen.
Oh man.
I told you I wear my old look. I'm the old geezer here. That hey,
Let me grab my cane too.
Hey, it's over there in the corner.
Before we move on,
it's not a cane; it's a walking stick.
Yeah, I am desperate for peanut butter. I said in the chat, I'm thinking about it now. I'm just like, it's like as soon as we're done here, I'm probably gonna go order. So,
hey, anybody in chat? If you have any questions for Karee, just put it in chat. I'm sure people are just mentioning people in MCG that would love cookies.
Oh yeah, that's right. But T and Tammy did have some.
So some people at MCG have had them.
But if you have a question for Critical Hit Cookies and Karee, just put it in chat and we'll definitely mention them. So yeah, as we wait for that. Besides Pathfinder, are there any other RPGs you play?
I actually at Gen Con I normally like branch out and I try, anything that strikes my fancy. So I did some Cortex Prime this year. I did the Stealing Stories for the Devil that I mentioned before the show. I did a Fate game. So it's pretty much anything, and I'm willing to try anything. I've done some 5th ed D&D. And then it's also just, whenever I can get a chance to try a new game, I have, signed up to play a game at the end of September. That's a new game that they were testing out. So I'm pretty much interested in any system. Most of them seem to be fairly easy to pick up, and I'm willing to play anything basically.
What was the first RPG you played?
It was actually 5th ed.
Okay.
I was basically convinced to try gaming because I was told that I could make my favorite character from a book series, and I could play that character in a game, and that was how I was convinced to try it.
Nice.
I think that's one of the lines that a lot of people use to get someone. Oh, you like that game or that book? We can make that in insert favorite RPG here.
Mhm. Totally
And-
worked on me.
Gamer Mom Luna said they make great ice cream sandwiches. Just so you know, I had to throw that one out there.
He's
And,
awesome.
RPG guy actually has a question. You can tell by his name. He asked, "Has you ever played a solo RPG?"
I have never, wait, is that just one person or is that one?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
I've done one where a GM's for one person, but I've never done just myself.
okay, well, it's a different experience, but it's kind of cool, you know, depending on if you're that type of person. So, Anthony,
No, I was waiting to see if there was anything else in chat.
yeah, I was looking.
But yeah,
Yeah.
solo. Oh, go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
No, I
Al.
was just gonna say that solo play is definitely awesome when you don't have the time to actually meet up with your like online or in person group.
Yeah.
We had Donald, or solo RPG guy, on talking about it, and it's such an awesome concept.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That was an entirely new perspective.
Before we go into our rapid fire questions, I'll ask this one last question. Is there an RPG that you haven't played but you really want to try?
That would require more knowledge than I have. Being that, you know, there's constantly creating new RPGs and there's so many of them out there that, you know, there's all kinds of games that sound cool
Yeah.
and interests that I have, you know, but to say that, you know, because there's the different systems with different, like, you know, niche genres in them. And so I'm not as good at some other people. You know, I'm friends with, you know, game developers or game designers, and they can just rattle off, you know, all of them.
Yeah.
And I'm not that good.
Well, how about this then? If not necessarily a one that's out there, is there something that you would like to see done as a role-playing game? Or, you know, or a specific genre that you would like to jump into?
I'm a huge fan of heist stories, which was partially why I backed Stealing Stories for the Devil.
Mhm.
So heist is always something that I'm, you know, that found family, you know, create, you know, disparate individuals coming together, heist stories. I'm all
Well,
over that.
Then I'll throw you a bone out here. You said you played Cortex Prime.
Yes.
See if you can get your hands on Leverage, the Margaret Weiss.
I played Leverage at PAX Unplugged and it was amazing, but I haven't been able to find a copy of it personally.
Yeah, like
It's-
chat, when I hear heist, it makes me think of Blades in the Dark.
Yeah, Blades in the Dark is another great heist game. The planning sessions are something akin to what you did in Stealing Stories. You know,
Okay.
it's pretty cool stuff.
Nice.
And before we go on rapid fire questions, the last question I asked, do you prefer Starfinder or Pathfinder?
I don't have a preference. I actually like both of them, you know, because there's not one that I would say, oh, well, they each have benefits,
Starfinder
they tell
is a game- okay, I'm
different
sorry.
stories.
Starfinder is a game that I've only played it once. I want to play it some more. It's on my list. I own all the books. I just haven't had time to
Yeah.
play it. Yeah.
There's not enough time to play all the games that we want.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Karee. So those were like our easy questions. You know, we knocked those out of the box. Here's where we dig deep into your soul, where we pull out your essence, we stretch it on the table for the whole world to see. Are you ready for our world famous rapid fire questions?
A little nervous now, but all right.
Wait, drum roll.
Drum roll, please.
So first question: player or GM?
Player.
Nice.
I've
Hey.
only GM'd a few. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I've only GM'd a few times.
Okay. Cake or pie?
Cake.
Ooh, hold on. Online or in-person game?
In person.
Nice.
Cupcakes or muffins?
Muffins.
RP or combat?
Oh. Combat.
Ooh,
Nice.
cookies or brownies?
Cookies.
PDFs or physical books?
Physical books.
Pancakes or waffles?
Pancakes.
Pre-written adventures or original content?
Depends on the person developing the original content.
Oh, that's actually a good answer.
That's a good answer.
We actually have one really good or question in the chat from Donald. Chocolate or vanilla?
Chocolate for sure.
Good
We-
Oh,
answer.
and look,
good
we
answer.
actually have another one come up. Typhonus Starheart said, if you could make a cookie for a specific IP or brand, what would it be? And what would the cookie be?
Oh, that requires way too much thought that I can come up with on the fly.
And can you show us the recipe too?
How about this? Well, you said you like heists and stuff like that. So what's the perfect heist cookie?
It would be something that would steal your, like come in subtle and have a flavor that builds.
Okay.
So that would be then figuring out what kind of cookie does that.
That's a good answer, though. That's a good answer.
They also asked another question in chat, donut holes or donuts?
Donut holes.
Oh, interesting. I would definitely go donut because you get more donut and I'm a
Yeah.
fat ass.
So Karee, I
I
was
as much sweetness as I can.
and Karee, you were talking about the cookie that builds. So you know what? It would have to be a three cookie thing. You take the first cookie to get the palate going, the second cookie to set everything off, and then the third one to bring you over to crescendo.
All right. That makes sense.
You survived on rapid fire question. So before we start doing our normal, what's the business hours online? Can people order at any time? And do you prefer your orders to come in Monday to Friday?
They can come in anytime, any hour of the day or night.
You hear that,
Doesn't matter to
guys?
me.
Let's all jump on the Critical Hit Cookies website today, and
I'm ordering as soon as we're done.
we're gonna force a Karee to be in what you call it, baking all night tonight. Let's make that happen, guys.
It's wait a minute. One last question. It said if you could make a cookie for the Cypher Unlimited team, for the Trinity here, what would it be? What would the Cypher Unlimited cookie be?
You already have the answer for Dean. He said it.
Wow, I think it might be a peanut butter cookie with chocolate chips and pecans.
Yes.
with a little Bengay sprinkled in it.
No, I don't need no Bengay. My joints is fine. Don't put that stuff in there.
Oh boy.
Now we could put another ingredient in there, but we don't talk about that online.
Karee, this was absolutely awesome. I love the fact that not only are you doing what you love, you're doing something for, a group of people, a community that I love. Everyone loves cookies. Everyone loves gaming, and for you to fuse the two together, it's a wonderful and beautiful thing. And I thank you and salute you for that.
Yes, absolutely. And the fact that you're willing to make me a peanut butter pecan chocolate chip cookie makes me extremely happy. Yes, I'm old. I will take my old with me, and we can add a rum runner and a bourbon cookie to those too, if you want.
Dean, you want to put some final statements in?
All right. So yeah, everybody, again, this is Karee from Critical Hit Cookies. Guys, if you've been here with us through the entire thing, we had a blast. Please take the time to support this wonderful business. Karee, come back, visit us, come on over to the CU, game with us. We would definitely love to have you there. Anthony, I should say Al, any final statements? Anthony, any final statements?
If you like us and you like what we do, visit the Cypher Unlimited Discord server for all things Monty Cook games. We have over 4,000 members and growing. We have the largest fan-run Discord server for everything MCG. Come play games. But if Discord's not for you, join our Facebook group. It's not as big as our Discord, but there are great conversations being had there daily. Or visit or give us a subscribe here on Twitch or follow will be greatly appreciated. Or go to our YouTube channel. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs there. We really appreciate a like, share, and subscribe there as well. If you want to help us out financially in some way, you can give us a little donation on Ko-fi. Our videos are always free, but it helps us out with little things like Zoom course. Or visit our online store and pick up some cool Cypher Unlimited merch like this hat I got on. And last but not least, we love you guys. And go buy some Critical Hit cookies, because I'm
absolutely.
Yep, that was going to be my closing statement as well. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. And as always, I'm going to drop those links down below. Be sure to check out those cookies, brownies, get some. Because I know I'm for sure going to order some peanut butter tonight. I need it. And it's a necessity at this point. But anyways, thank you guys so much. And thank you, Karee, for coming on. It was a blast talking about this stuff. Yeah. And yeah, from us at the CU, we will see you later.
Bye, guys.